Okwuegbunam in short motion. Locke rolls to his right. Locke throws a ball. End zone catch. Touchdown, Denver!
It might be the play of the year for the Broncos. KJ Hamler's first NFL touchdown with zeros on the clock. What a memory. Welcome back to Broncos Weekend, everybody. Since that Week 8 matchup, Broncos country, both the Broncos and the Chargers have battled inconsistency. The Chargers have won 3 games since that time. The Broncos, only 2. Both of these teams would love a little momentum headed in to the 2021 season. So what should we expect this week? Well, Steve Atwater caught up with Chargers team reporter and podcast host Chris Hayre to preview this week's game.
All right, Chris, thanks so much for joining me for the interview, man. Now, former Bronco Chris Hayre Jr. made a big play last week against the Raiders. Interception, return 51 yards. How well has Chris adapted to the Chargers system, and how do you see his future there as a Charger?
Well, he adapted quickly because if you remember, Ron Miles was in Denver, so they knew each other. He really came in knowing what he had to do. Savvy vet, unfortunately, getting hurt, that was a big blow to him, and I know that hurt him. He wanted to be out there with his teammates trying to make plays. So it was nice to see him. He said he didn't want to be in the goose egg column in terms of interceptions this year.
He got one. He on the board there.
Yeah, he got on the board against the Raiders, no less. But Chris, he can still play, and he's still really good in the slot. Unfortunately, the Chargers have had a lot of different injuries, so he's probably been thrust into different scenarios and having to do a lot, especially coming off an injury. But I know he's excited to play against the Broncos on Sunday.
Yeah. I know. I bet our guys are fired up too, man. That should be a good battle out there. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, they get all the attention at the wide receiver position. Jalen Guyton, though, he's been making some plays here, making a name for himself this season. Do you think he's a big-time receiver? Is he a big-time threat for defenses?
I think he is, Steve. And one of the things with Justin Herbert, Justin and KJ Hill and Jalen Guyton and Tyron Johnson, you have to remember in training camp, these guys were all together on the second and third team offense in training camp. Justin wasn't expecting to start this season. So the chemistry that he's developed with some of these undrafted guys and these younger guys to go with Keenan and Mike and Hunter, he's been able to spread the ball around. I think that's the mark of a really smart, intelligent quarterback. And you talk about just the development of Jalen Guyton. He spoke this week about just having Keenan Allen in that wide receivers room, a world of difference it makes to learn from somebody like that.
All right, now we got to talk about Justin Herbert, man.
That's right.
6 games, yes, 300-plus yards passing in 6 games. Almost 3,800 yards passing on the season with still 2 games to go. Is it safe to say that the Chargers have found their quarterback for the future?
They found their guy.
Yeah.
They found their guy. And it's the numbers are impressive. The ability to run, to make plays. He can make every throw. When you need a touchdown in overtime with just a few minutes remaining, to get that ball to Jalen Guyton down to the 2-yard line, sneak it in yourself, win the game, beat a divisional opponent. The moment is not too big for him. So he's a smart kid. He's been learning from his mistakes. But I think when you look at the mark of a great quarterback, when there's pressure, when the game's on the line, more times than not, they deliver. And that's what you're seeing from Justin this year in his rookie year.
Hopefully they didn't have a good game against us this week, but
Well, that was the thing, Stevie. They get out to a 21-point lead against the Broncos a few weeks back, and Drew Lock and company came back. So that was a game where I think it was hard to pin on Justin because he put them in a position. So it'll be fun to see these two teams go at it again and getting the Broncos out to SoFi Stadium for this one.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Chris. Hey, man, thanks again. Appreciate you for joining me on the show. Tell my guys out there, Anthony Lynn, Keith Burns, Richard Smith, George Stewart, tell my guys I said hello out there and happy holidays.
No question. Thank you, Steve.